honestly, side hustles are not a thing to be scoffed at. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. These can be used to pay bills, pay off debt, but also put in a saving and investment pot. And I think nowadays, thinking that one source of revenue is gonna be enough for you, nah, think again. If we have learned anything from 2020, we need options.
There are people that are ripping people off at the level of hundreds of millions of dollars because they're selling this dream because they made a video with pretty girls in a beach in the background and are making people spend $1,000, $2,000. It's breaking my heart. Passive income doesn't exist, and anything that starts with I don't want to work is already a problem. What you need to do is, I understand I don't want to work in an office or something I'm not passionate about. The best way to make money is to make less money than you're making now, enough to still live, because you gotta live, around something that does interest you because you wake up 8 years later and something good is actually happening. So it's not everybody wants to make it the extreme of, I'm sitting in my job, I hate it, this sucks, all the way to beach in Mexico. But there's a real in between, which is why I wrote Crush It, which is at night, when you're done with your shit job that is paying for the life that you have to live right now, you don't take some of that money and buy dumb shit like 17 beers watching the World Cup. What you do instead is you work on something on the internet that costs you nothing to start, save all those dollars, build something for yourself over 7 years, and then transition from the shit job to your own business. That's passive.
So those are all my income sources as of right now. I just want to make it clear that just because I have 10 different income sources doesn't mean that I am making millions and millions of dollars. In fact, if you want to make a lot of money, a lot of people say just to focus on 1, 2, or max 3 things. However, for me, I've just always been the type of person that really enjoys doing a lot of different things. Like, I can't just do one thing because I will get bored of it the next day and I want to do something else. So I've been able to take that disadvantage and kind of turn it into an advantage, where I've been able to structure my life to be able to create these multiple businesses, to be able to create these multiple sources of income. And no day is alike. Each of my days is different, and overall that makes me really happy. I enjoy not working for anyone. I enjoy being my own boss. I enjoy not necessarily knowing where my next paycheck is going to come from. It just makes life a lot more interesting for me, and I just want to make these types of videos because I know a lot of you guys are similar. And if you are feeling lost, just like I was back in college, I want to be able to create this type of content that can inspire you and tell you that yes, you can do this. Like, it's definitely not a lifestyle for everyone. A traditional career is great. Working a traditional job can be amazing. You can make more money doing that. But ultimately, my way of thinking is, if it's not going to make you as happy as you could be, then it isn't the job that you should be doing. Same thing with being a doctor for me. Like, I was always good at science, but I never truly wanted to be a doctor. I always knew that if I were to go down that path, if I were to apply for med school again and get in, there would always be something inside of me that wasn't fulfilled. So I'm really into taking action. If there's something that you want in life, then you just really have to go get it. There isn't anything that's going to be stopping you from reaching these goals. And if you want a certain lifestyle, you can create that. You can curate everything you do. And if you put in the effort, you put in the time, and you are consistent with it, you will absolutely reach your goals and live the type of life that you want.
Just kidding, I'm not that much of a douchebag. That is a lot of money. But I'm upset because I've spent nearly 10 years of my life working and providing value for one entity and one person to give them value and build their company that I never even came close, and yet here I am with my first year on YouTube making an obscene amount of money that it isn't fair. And if it's one thing I've learned is that providing value for others rather than one person is going to be far more lucrative for you in the future. And so maybe you're spending a lot of time, whether it's in a relationship, a job, or a career, and whatever it is you're doing, just remember that time could be costing you your greater potential. And I'm so happy that I never made my $100,000 per year goal of making that much money in 1 year before 30. That was my unicorn salary that I never received in my life. And I'm glad I didn't, because if I did, I probably would have stayed and I would have never done this, and I would never be on this video in front of you. And so I'm really grateful and thankful that all of this is happening.
I kind of wish that I saw a video like this last year or 2 years ago, because then I would have a better understanding of how possible it is to actually earn passive income. I generally try to avoid using the words passive income because I think it's kind of a buzzword, kind of a catchword that a lot of people use without fully understanding what it actually is. Because I feel as though there's kind of this misconception that people view passive income as just like money falling from the sky and just growing on trees. But realistically, being pragmatic, that's not how passive income really works. And that's why some people like Gary Vaynerchuk don't talk too lightly about passive income, because I think there definitely is that disconnect with people when they think about passive income. It's not just money falling from the sky. It's not just totally free money. You're doing something up front to then reap the rewards of that work or that investment later on down the road.
But also, I hope that this video serves as inspiration of what is possible, because I see a lot of people stopping themselves from starting that YouTube channel, from starting that podcast show, from putting themselves out there, from building a personal brand. And it really, really stinks to see that, because for me, before I started this YouTube channel, I started with 2 income streams: earned income and dividend income. So earned income, whether it was me working at my corporate job or me working as a coffee barista, I had to work really hard to make money. The second income stream that I had was dividend income. So at the time, and I still have this income stream, I would invest in stocks, whether that was cryptocurrencies or index funds or stock picking. You know, I would make money off of that. And so at the time, I had 2 different types of income streams. But fast forward a year and a half later, almost 2 years later since starting my channel, I started this channel in July 2018, I now have 6 different types of income streams. And a lot of this is really thanks to me being on YouTube. A lot of it is thanks to me building and taking time to create this personal brand that I have online and building an audience that I have online. And so I really hope that when you watch this video, it really shows you what is possible and all the opportunities and possibilities that exist that you can unlock, so long as you decide and you take that first step and that first leap of faith to create what you want to create online. There are so many awesome things that can happen as a ripple effect of you starting that channel, starting that podcast episode, starting that Instagram account. And so I really hope that this video serves as inspiration for that.